So, today I want to talk about one of the greatest series I've ever watched, or at least the greatest series I've watched in a really long time. Something that really hit me hard. And you already know by the title what it is. But you may not have watched it yet. I'm going to tell you about it just a little bit. I'm not going to give away any real details. But I just finished watching the final aired season of Kingdom, which is now on Netflix. And now this started out as a DirecTV series, which I didn't even know DirecTV as a company, made series that they got into the production side of things like that. But apparently they did back in 2014, and they put together an incredible series that I wasn't sure I was gonna like. It is based around mixed martial arts. Okay, and so while I enjoy MMA, I'm not a crazy diehard fan. I'm not buying the pay-per-views every time they air, but I respect the sport, and I like boxing. I've always liked combat sports, but I've never been like a crazy diehard MMA person. Um, However, so I always thought if they tried to make a series around it, it would be really cheesy and really campy. Something that probably most actual MMA fighters would laugh at, right? But I don't know what they think of this. But judging by how they did, but judging by how the actors did in this series, I can't imagine that at least fighters didn't hate it. But like I said, I'm not an MMA fighter. I have no idea what they might think of it. But I'll tell you what, for a general audience person, someone who is really big into TV and film and watches a lot of content, I will tell you this is one of the best series I've ever watched, and it was canceled far too soon. Here's what happened. It started in 2014 and it ran through 2017. It did 4 seasons, which for some reason, when Netflix bought them, I'll get to that in a minute, they turned it into 3 seasons. I don't know why. It should be 4 10-episode seasons, but they have season 1 is 10 episodes, season 2 is 20 episodes, and season 3 is 10. So kind of strange. But, that aside, so damn good. And I wasn't expecting it. Like I said, I expected a series that was, based around an MMA gym to be, campy and silly. I expected it to not be very authentic. And not that I'm a judge of authenticity, but there are things that I know a lot about, and when I watch a series or movie that's around that subject, it's very easy for me to be like, it's just like veterans, right, who watch a military film. If you're a war veteran and you watch a movie about war, it's never right. It's never right. And you hear veterans complain about this all the time. Like, they never get it right. They never get tactical stuff right. They never get what it's like right. It just can't be done. So I don't know how close this is to being MMA accurate, but I will tell you that, like I said, as a general audience person and someone who loves TV and film, this so good, man. And it's just like, here's what happened. Like I said, it started in 2014 and ran through 2017 on a DirecTV, which I think became Paramount. And people slept on it. I mean, they probably thought what I did. Like, an MMA series? Come on. It's probably going to be, stupid and silly and not accurate. But, so a lot of people did not watch it when it was there. But just last July, Netflix decided to buy the rights to this series. Not just the streaming rights. They actually bought the rights to this series, right? They now own Kingdom. And since it's hit Netflix, it has reached an audience that never knew about it before and who absolutely love it and are obsessed, and I count myself in this group, obsessed with trying to bring it back. Because there's definitely some more story to tell on this series. So damn good. Look, at first I'm like, I heard that Nick Jonas was in this series. I'm like, get out of here. Nick Jonas as an MMA fighter, please, right? But that kid can act, man. That kid can act, dude. Everyone in this series, every single acting role in this series is filled by someone fantastic and people I'd never even heard of. Besides Frank Grillo, I knew who Frank Grillo was. So here's the little synopsis of the series, if you haven't heard of it. Alvy Kalina, Frank Grillo, is the owner of a mixed martial arts gym, and with his girlfriend Lisa, helps train a new generation of fighters, including his sons Jay and Nate. Struggling to keep the gym afloat, the pressure is on for Alvy's boys to come through. Now, I'm just telling you, dude, every single actor in this is phenomenal. But no one is as good as Jonathan Tucker as Jay Kalina. Holy shit, this dude is... I don't know how this series didn't win a slew of Emmy Awards. It didn't win any. Like, none of these actors won Emmys. Like, I don't get it because, like I said, powerful performances. Really good. And, you know, you've got to give some credit to the writer and producer Byron Belasco. He created this series. This is his baby, and he kind of built it from the ground up, right? And made sure that the actors who were going to portray these roles were fitting. And he even questioned Nick Jonas, just like I did. But the guy showed his acting chops, and he was like, okay, all right, I believe it. So the series has, like I said, Jonathan Tucker steals the show. Every scene he's in, so good, man. Like, he plays such a troubled role, and I won't say that I'm extremely troubled, but this is where the writing and the acting ability comes in. I started to really, I started to like feel like I had something in common with this guy who was a complete nutcase. But just the way he expressed like this raw emotion, right? So good. And Frank Grillo as Alvy Kalina, so fantastic. Matt Lauria is fantastic. Kelly Sanchez, Nick Jonas is wonderful in this series. And I'm telling you what, dude, I never imagined that I would cry watching a series based around the MMA. But I cried multiple times. And no, not like someone is victorious in a major championship fight type man cry. I'm talking bawling my eyes out because I see something so heartbreaking or man, it just gets you in the feels. It's so good, and I can't recommend it enough. If you haven't seen it, please go watch it. It's on Netflix because I want people to discover this like I have, and maybe we can get a movement going. Maybe we can bring this series back. All of the actors and the writer-producer, Byron Belasco, they're all on board. They all knew this series was something special, even though it didn't get the love it deserved when it was airing. It is now starting to get that love, and I want it to get even more because I would love for it to come back. And like I said, every one of the people involved knows it's something special and would love to come back and give us some more of this Navy Street Gym story. All right, so this has just been me kind of expressing my undying love for something I just discovered. And it's something I do on this channel a lot, and you may think like, well, he thinks everything's great. Well, no, I just talk about the things I think are great. There are plenty of things that I don't like, that I don't enjoy. But I'm not a type, that's just my personality. I'm not the type of person to come on here and just bitch about things I don't like. That's no fun for me. I like sharing the things I love with an audience. So if you haven't seen this, go watch it. If you have seen it and love it, let's put some pressure on Netflix, man, to bring this thing back. They've got all the money in the world, and they own the rights now. So they have full power to bring this thing back. So let's do it. Let's get some hashtags going. Let's get, just start hashtagging Navy Street, hashtag Kingdom, hashtag Kingdom Netflix. Let's get this thing back, man, because I need some more Jay Kalina in my life. All right, if you enjoy this video or podcast, here's what I do. Every day I pick a random topic, something that I feel like talking about. And it's usually entertainment or pop culture related, but I like to talk about things that I enjoy for the most part. I do book reviews, movie reviews, series reviews. Sometimes they're more in depth. Sometimes they, give away a lot of spoilers. I talk about everything on this channel. I go deep. I talk about politics. I talk about, culture. I talk about my own life, silly stories from my past, all kinds of things. If you're into getting something new in your feed every day, then please subscribe to the YouTube channel, Daily BS, or favorite or follow the Daily BS podcast. You can find that anywhere you listen to podcasts. But if you decide to subscribe or to favorite or follow the podcast, then I will talk to you again tomorrow. Did I mention I do it daily? I try to do it daily. See you next time.